In a world where OP13 leaders dominate the meta, can this OP09 leader crush the competition, or will he fall? Well, I'm here to tell you that Buggy actually ain't even that bad of a leader, and he's pretty good. So I'd go as far as to say that he's probably even an A-tier leader, and I'm going to show you why, because even his worst matchup, Zoro, is now actually manageable now that Zoro got the 3 and 4 cost in his deck. But I'll talk about that in a bit. Buggy actually works, and he has some really good matchups up against Roger, up against Ace, now up against Zoro. Depending on what deck they're using, Sabo, he's good up against Bonnie, and that's like all the top leaders. But there's this one leader, you might know who he is, Emu. Emu's insta-lose. But most people, you could get lucky in a bracket and dodge all the Emus. I'm gonna be taking this Buggy to the Treasure Cup on Black Friday. But let's get into the deck. Let me get onto the deck. I'm gonna be having some games too, so you guys can see what I be doing with Buggy. So maybe you guys could become some Buggy enthusiasts, because I know I started the game because Buggy was released as a leader. Buggy's my favorite character. I will never drop Buggy, and Buggy is kind of like Blackbeard in the sense where you have to know what to play. With Blackbeard, you have to know when to turn off on plays, and what to play off of your combo starters, like your Croc or your 7-cost Crocodile or your promo Buggy. If you get that, if you nail that, then you will almost never lose a Roger game, and you will almost never lose a Ace game. Let's get to the deck list. All right, so we got the deck list right here. Let's just go row by row. Galdino, Searcher, obviously. So you'll see that we're only running 2 Searchers. I switched out. I was running 4 Galdinos. I replaced it for cross-guild events, because especially late game, you run out of board space. You don't have enough room to play your Galdinos. So I switched them out for cross-guild events, and I really like Galdino because he was able to kill the Searchers, the 0 power Searchers like Hiyori, or the 1-cost Bonnie, where you rest the character and you rest the Dawn and you get the Search top 4. Galdino could easily swing into it, but he's not really as good anymore because those cards aren't really in the, people aren't really using it, and cross-guild event can be played off trigger, and we won't really have enough board space to be able to play any Galdinos, so you don't have to play anything for this. Moving on to the next card, another Galdino, and here's another reason why we switched off as so many Galdinos, because for this Mr. 3, you can't search Mr. 3 Galdino, and this new blocker, which is really good up against Zoro, is Mr. 3 Galdino, so you can't search this Mr. 3 off for this Mr. 3. You have to use a cross-guild event. So that's another reason why the cross-guild event is, in my opinion, better. This is really good up against Zoro, because if he tries to rest it, you can just trash it and draw 2 cards. Putting 1 of for Ace or Emu, possibly. If you're trying to stall for another round and you want to gamble, you play the pudding and hope he doesn't draw into a 10 Elders. Alvida now, we run 4 of Alvidas. Alvida isn't really a character you want to be playing off of your Croc and Mihawk. The only reason why you would be playing Alvida is to try to draw into cards like Slave Arrow or Pudding, or if you don't have anything to play, Kabajis or your promo Buggies. That's the only reason why you would play Alvida now, especially since a lot of the leaders are 6Ks. You're not going to be swinging with your Alvida ever, and especially for the Zoro matchup, it's easier to counter out of a 6K than a 5K. Plus she's only a 1K. Next up, we got Kabaji, 4 of, 6K blocker, really good. You should be playing your croc hawk into this, and I'm gonna go. The reason why you want to be playing your blockers is not to block and give like a 2K so you can block out of any 7K. It's to just block and give up the cards so you can survive another turn. Late game, going up against people like Roger or Ace, they're gonna be swinging really high. So you're just gonna want to block, have that KO'd. So you're gonna have 4 characters on board, and so you can just play another 10 cost, and you're gonna just want to keep doing that. Have a blocker get KO'd, you replace that blocker for a 10 cost once a your turn. Have another blocker on board. Once he goes to swing, you just get rid of that blocker and you replace it with another 10 cost. Moji's good late game. I wouldn't ever play him early game since he's a 1K. Almost everything can pop a 1K. Not unless you could use this, but it's just better to play your Kabaji because he's 6K. We have this unKOable Kabaji. Playing this Kabaji after this 7 cost Buggy is really good up against Zoro, because with Zoro can only rest a 6 cost or less character. So with this Tashigi, so if he plays Tashigi, and that's one of the reasons why we lose, because he can just rest our cards. So if we don't have the Galdino, then what we could do is just 7 cost Buggy. He won't be able to rest a 7 cost Buggy, and even if he does use like Demon 9 Ashura, then he's an 8K. So he's gonna have to use the 4 Dawn for the Demon 9, and then depending on how much Dawn he has, 6 Dawn, that's gonna put him in 11. That's literally just 1 slave arrow or 1 slave, that's 1 slave arrow or 1 level of beam to get out of that attack. And he can't rest this or KO it because it can't die if it has a Buggy on board and Buggy character on board, and this is a Buggy character. We have Daz Bones. I'm only running a 1 of. I was testing him out. I think I'm gonna switch him out for either another Searcher or another 7 cost promo Buggy or another 2K. Either one of these 2Ks. I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna do a little more testing, but if there's any Buggy players out there, feel free to share your deck list. I kind of made it myself, this deck list. So it's not the best, but it's won me some tournaments. For the 6 cost 7K blocker Mihawks, this card is really good to block out of any 8K. You block out of the 8K attack, and then you just give up this blocker if they try to swing into your Mihawk for like 12. Really good to play it off of your 7 cost. That's the only way that you can play it off 7 cost. 7 cost Croc, really good 7K attacker. If you need to play aggressive, then you can play something this off of this. You can have 2 7K attackers. Croc and Mihawk, really good. Anti-removal, draw 2, trash 1, get to play 4 cost, play your blocker. Your 10 cost Buggy is the only reason why Buggy is meta, or not meta, but good. You just bounce the 10 cost Rogers, the 8 cost Purple Rogers, the 9 cost, the 10 cost Shanks, the 10 cost Blockbeard, the 9 cost Whitebeard. You bounce anything with this card, and you get a 12K body. That's the only reason why Buggy is decent. Slave Arrow, good up against Zoro. Whenever he's trying to attack, you just bring it back to hand and he won't be able to restand. Cross Guild event, explained why. Love Mellow, Love Beam. People aren't expecting it, and it's a 4K draw 1 if you have 3 or less, which you're usually always drawing after that. Peel Off, I think I'm gonna add another Peel Off. I really like Peel Off, especially late game. We're gonna be playing into late game a lot. Once you're on your 10 Dawn turn, you can Peel Off, you can leader ability, and you can do anything else with a 2 extra Dawn. And then Stage. Stage is good if you get it early, you play it, you can mill out whatever bricks or whatever cards you don't need. Like up against Ace, you're probably not gonna need your Slave Arrows. Up against Roger, you're not gonna need your Croc and Mihawks. So once you get Stage, you just mill out the cards that you don't need, and you could probably be drawing into the cards that you will need. So 7 cost Buggy into Roger is really good because you can shut off his Boncray and the Douglas bullet. But we're gonna be getting into some sim games right now. I think first is up against a Roger. I'm gonna be going, let me pull that up right now actually. All right, so here we go. First game, Roger. So what I was about to say was for Roger and Ace, I'm gonna be going first just to show you guys, even if we're going first, we can still consistently win. So this is early game, some rudimentary stuff, searcher. We ain't gotta watch this. This is gonna be a long video. I don't want it to be too long because I got crappy internet. I won't be able to upload. And I doubt that many people will be watching. But for the little people who are watching, this is for you, Buggy players. Searchers, attacking. Let's see. Up against Roger, preferably you want to be playing your promo Buggy. First, unfortunately, we didn't have promo Buggy, so we did the next best thing, Croc and Mihawk into an Alvita because we didn't have a blocker. We went 5 into lead. We got 2 peel-offs. We got the blocker Galdino. I don't think we're going to be playing blocker Galdino into this matchup. So, ooh, what's he doing? He's thinking? Yeah, he's thinking. We ain't got time for you to watch. All right, so let's see what happened. He played his, look at this. He played his Mr. 3, Bon Clay, and his Douglas Bullet. If we have the promo Buggy, we could shut both of these cards off without even attacking them, while getting 2 bodies, a 7K blocker, and oh look, and we get the promo Buggy just in time too. That was a blessing. Oh, we do play the blocker Galdino because we have enough Dawn. Pitching a card. We want to keep the peel-offs because peel-off is really good late game. And we're getting to a point where we can peel off, lead effect, 10 cost. 5 into lead. Now both of these characters can't attack. That's over half of his attackers. Whatever big bodies he plays, look at this. We got 2 10 costs. With these matchups up against Roger and Ace, you want to be finding your 10 drops early and don't bottom deck your 10 drops because most games you will be needing at least 3 or 4 10 drops. It sounds crazy, but it's the truth. You're going to be needing that many 10 costs on board. So, I mean, at this point, we already won. We got a blocker. Here, whatever he attacks, we're gonna have to give up we're gonna give up a blocker no matter what. And if he because we have 4 characters on board, pretend that this was the 4 cost blocker. If he swings even 6K, we don't have any blockers, but if he swings, then we always give it up no matter what, because we want only 4 characters on board once the turn ends. He plays his Rayleigh. What do we do here? I think we take and we block, because even since we're at our 10 Dawn turn, we can still play either a 4 cost Alvita or a 4 cost Kabaji or the 5 cost Kabaji or the 5 cost Daz Bones and still lead effect to be able to get the 10 cost Buggy to bounce and for it to stick. So that's the beauty of the 10 Dawn. We have a lot of choices. So let's see, swings 9K, we block. We have to get rid of that blocker because we're gonna have a full board next turn. So look at that. We drew into the Alvita. We play the Alvita. We still have 6 Dawn up. We're getting rid of the brick and the Daz Bones because we definitely won't be playing the Daz Bones. We trash the 1K, keeping the peel-offs, and we can bounce that. And this is the game plan for Ace and Roger. Full board, 10 cost, whatever big bodies he plays. He played his Roger, easy, 10 cost Buggy, bounce, get a 12K body on board. We got 2 peel-offs in hand. Maybe we should have given up a peel-off earlier. But, I mean, there's no way that he's winning this. We use the peel-off, trying to look for some more 10 costs to try to bounce this, but I think using all that was a waste. We did give up the blocker Mihawk because, like I said, we want 4 bodies on board at once, and we never want to get rid of this 7 cost We never want to get rid of it. We never want to replace it. So we gave up the 7-cost Mihawk, or the 6-cost Mihawk, so we could play another blocker. And look, always, no, we level up Mellow. We're gonna give the Kabaji because we could level up Mellow +4. If we +4 that, we'd have to pitch another card. So right here, I was thinking about getting another 10 cost, but that's unnecessary. Or no, I think I do get another 10 cost actually. He's defending. Well, he has no blockers. We can swing for another 12, but it'll only take 4,000, 2Ks for him to block out of it. I think we play it safe, especially since we have the level of Mellow +4K and we draw a card. So we're gonna see what we get. We got garbage. I guess I was hoping for a 2K or a 10 cost Buggy. Can't swing the Kabaji. I don't think I ever used this Kabaji. I don't even remember playing him. So I think we just play the blocker. We're playing it safe. We could have probably ended. We're playing it safe, right? We got a blocker. We need 3-4 attacks to lose. Even if he has a rush, we still win. He's going for my Buggy. We always give up the blocker. Always. He passes, he gives up. That's pretty much it. It's very straightforward, the Buggy play. So next game, ace. Let's get it. All right, we're into the ace game. Beginning, self-explanatory. You should know what, no, actually no. This is why I'm making the video, because you don't know what to do. For the ace matchup, Croc and Mihawk is really good early game for their Jozu or their Red Rock. Jozu can pretty much bounce whatever, but if you have your Croc and Mihawk, then he won't be able to bounce whatever. But if he doesn't play Jozu, he's probably going to play something like Marco. Then if he plays Marco, sometimes aces swing with Marco, then the promo Buggy will be really good in that case. We peel off because we're going first. We got 1, 3, 5, 7. It's always best to go second with Buggy, which sucks. If going first with Buggy, well, for my deck list specifically, if going first with Buggy was good, then Buggy would be even way better. He plays Marco. Going second is better because we go 2, 4, 6, 8, 2 Dawn. Well, we draw an extra card, but early game, we get a free body. We have 4 Dawn, so we can play a 4-cost body. Going first, we go 1, 3, so we can't play that extra body. We also go 2, 4, 6. So on once it's time to lead effect, sometimes we have a searcher or a cross guild event. We could just cross guild event in case we don't have a 4-cost or we don't have a 8-cost Croc or the promo Buggy or the 6-cost Mihawk. So we're gonna be playing Croc and Mihawk and a blocker. This is ideal. Late game, we're gonna be giving up the blocker so we can pretty much have an extra life. He plays 2 Marcos, and in this case, he is going to be swinging with the Marcos. So we got promo Buggy and we got the 6-cost Mihawk in hand. So we're good in that front with the blocker Marcos. We're not gonna be getting any more attacks from them. We're searching for our 10 cost because we're gonna be using all them 10 costs. Don't ever bottom deck or don't ever block your or trash your 10 costs. Not unless it's like you have to. And in that case, you probably still don't want to. Promo Buggy into that. But for 8 Dawn, when going second, you can peel off and then you can lead effect. And in most cases, if you use peel off and then you use lead effect, peel off, you're going +1, lead effect -1, Croc and Mihawk -1, so you're -1, but you draw 2 trash 1, so you're neutral. And if you play something like an Alvita, then you go -1, but you draw 3 trash 2, so you go neutral, getting 2 bodies on board. We got 2 blockers. This is like ideal situation. This is the type of board that you want to be seeing. These 2, Croc, Mihawk, promo Buggy into Kabaji, 6-cost Mihawk is the best setup that you can have. He plays his 5 cost ace, trying to go for this. We're always blocking out of that. Always countering out of that, sorry. And this is what I mean by board space. Because once I 10 cost Buggy, we're not gonna have any more space for a searcher. And look at that hand. We got the pudding in hand. That's why we run the puddings. So let's see, he swings into us, we don't take. I think we block and then give a little counter. Right here, I don't think, no, we do 10 cost because we got enough. I mean, I think the best thing to bounce would be the ace, since this Marco would just draw cards. Here, I think I was trying to greed. I think we're at 9 Dern. Jesus Christ. I think we're on 9 Dawn. We're going 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Yeah, we'd be at 9 Dawn. Yeah, 9 Dawn. We can pudding, make him refresh his hand, and then we could 10 drop. I attacked with the Croc and Mihawk first because I thought he was gonna either block or take, so then he could draw 2, so I can get a bigger pudding. But at that point, I was like, all right, no more risking it, no more none of that. We're just gonna do that. And since he has like nothing else to attack with, oh no, we actually bounced the blocker. Since he has like basically no attacks, we're okay with this hand because we could just 10 cost. We can just play them off the hand. So let's see what he plays. He plays this 9 cost Whitebeard. We have 5 characters. We want to go down to 4. So we take. Okay, interesting. We block here. We give this up. Now, once we're down to 4 characters, we draw whatever. I think we just play it outright. Going 12 into 6. He's not going to defend that. Oops. Yeah, we just played it out. We didn't lead effect. There's no point in lead effecting and going -2 in hand. We don't really need that 5 Dawn anyways. So he blockers. He goes 5 cost. This is the way that you play up against Buggy. You don't want to be playing your 10 costs. You want to be playing like 2 Yamatos. Or Ezo. I don't know if he runs Ezo, but look what I mean. We're going to be using all the 10 costs. 4, then down 1. So we bounce the Yamato because this can't swing and it's a blocker. So he's probably going to just end up giving it up anyways. Yeah, he ends up giving it up to draw. We swing. Let's see what he plays. Oh no, he tries to red rock. No, he doesn't. No, I don't think he does actually. Yeah, no, because we don't have any protection. No, I think he just pitches for red rock. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. Oh no, because we had the Croc and Mihawk on board. So we pitched for protection. He swings into it, but we're giving it up because remember, we want 4 on board. We go with the blocker since there's no point in playing the 10 cost since we're not going to be bouncing a 1 cost Garp, and it's better to play a blocker than to bounce a 2K attacker. So I think at this point we win because we have 3 12K attacks. This is the only attack that he will be able to, well, not be able to defend, but the easiest attack to be able to defend because it's 11. We're going to be swinging him with 3 12s. 12, 12, 12. Judging by the length of this video, we do win here. He tries to defend. Even if he defends, and even if he has a 10 cost, 13K, Goldie Roger, we still win. Oh, and look at that. He did have that. Whatever he plays, we just bounce. Even if he plays this, we just bounce. So you see what I mean now? This Buggy is broken. You need to put some respect on my boy Buggy because Buggy is actually really good. Let's go into the next game. I think next game is up against a Sabo, which, like I said, is like 50-50. Depending on what, 50-50, like, depending on what type of deck he plays. I don't know if it's actually 50-50, but if he does play the deck where he just spams the rush, rush dragon or the 8 cost black dragon, which plays out the 6 cost Sabo, that version you insta lose, but I don't think I played up against that version. Let me see. All right, so early game, you already know what's up. Up against black and red Sabo, playing your 7 cost Buggy into your 6 cost Mihawk. is important. And also I like keeping Sabo at 4 life. I swing once with lead, let him take, and I don't let him become a 5k leader because he's always gonna have a Dawn on his leader. So it's best just to keep him at 5k than to have him at 6k, I think. Easier to block, easier to counter, and for this matchup, we're gonna be using a lot of counter. So once you play something like 7-cost Buggy or your 6-cost Mihawk, you're never gonna be playing these ever again. So if you ever need a draw 2 trash one, then you can almost bet trashing something like your 6-cost Mihawk, or if you have a 7-cost Buggy, the 7-cost promo Buggy is always a good option because you won't be playing them anymore. There's no point in playing another one of these unless they have removal, which it's super hard to remove a 7-cost 8k, especially once your opponent is going to either 6 or 7 Dawn. 6, 7? We lead effect, trashing stage. It's too late for stage. He does have hack, but our promo Buggy does not stop the hack because it's not based off of base cost. It's off of just normal cost. So we play our blocker. We have 3 cards in hand, so this will come in clutch. This is the Rush Dragon, but that's the wrong Rush Dragon. Luckily, he doesn't have the other one. He goes 7 to our face. Do you think we end up taking? Yeah, we end up taking. We pitch, we search Galdino. Pitch Mihawk, because we already have a Mihawk on board. We're never going to be playing it out for 6 Dawn. Pitch a Mihawk. Trash the Galdino, and you play the 10-cost Buggy. We obviously bounce the 10-cost Croc. Something funny you could do is bounce anything that makes it up to 8 cost, and then everything will be getting minus 1k, and his leader will be back down to a 4k leader. Right now, I think I'm debating on whether I should swing with him or not because he could KO, but I need a pitch. We do end up swinging, and that will make him plus 1k. I don't think we swing with the Croc and Mihawk, but I could be wrong. No, we don't, because I think he'd always first swing. I think he's always taking because he wants to get the plus. Excuse me, because he wants to get the plus 1k. Second swing, I think he's blocking and then trying to pop something like that. Well, this is the only card that he can pop. But soon, we're going to give this up. 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 No. Oh, we bounced 7-cost, the promo Buggy. Okay. Okay, that was actually smarter by me. We're never going to need this 7-cost Buggy because he's not playing that. So it's better to bounce the 7-cost Buggy, 4k, block with Mihawk, and to keep this blocker than to have the 7-cost promo Buggy on board. Because remember, 4 characters on board so we can play out the 10-cost Buggy. We bounced that. Now everything is back to normal. Now he's back to a 5k leader. And oh, okay, I thought I was doing another leader effect. Now we can comfortably just go all out and swing with everything. So let's see. We swing 8, then we swing 9 with the blocker because we have a blocker. I don't think he's ever going to be attacking with these people. Actually, he could attack with these people, but I mean, we're so far ahead that it doesn't even matter. Oh shoot, what the freak? Oh, he tries to Stussy, and we have to trash a card. He tried to destroy my 10-cost Buggy. Maybe we could have given it up. Maybe? We could have played another 10-cost Buggy, bottom deck to Stussy, but we didn't. So we're just going to go 12, trying to see if we can do a pudding play. But I think right now we're just trying to end. We can go 2 12Ks. Let's see. He does take the 12, and then we go 15. He does take. So he's still plus 1. So we go 7 to lead. He's going to 2K. We can go 7 to lead. We don't have to worry about anything on this board because look at this. We have 4 life. We were very healthy. So even if he survives this, we are not losing next game or next round. So we can swing with our blocker because our blocker doesn't matter. And I think we win here. Does he have it? Does he have it? Does he have it? Does he have it? Yes, he does. Okay, he ends up blocking. He can play whatever the hell he wants. He's not winning this. He swings with a Stussy. Well, he swings with these 2 characters. He swings with lead. We can just take everything here. We could, no, we couldn't have blocked out of that, but it doesn't matter anyways. He goes for that. Let's see. Could we have 2, 3? No, we couldn't have blocked out of that, but it doesn't even matter. We win. I think I have another Sabo game. I'm not gonna go through all of it, but I think it was playing the other version of the deck. So just to really quickly go over it, give me 1 second. Okay, so this one was he was just spamming out the 8 cost dragon that can play another dragon, or not another dragon, another card from the trash. So we're not gonna be going too far into it. He did get a stage early on, so that's even better because this was like top notch, like the best that he could be playing. He goes this early. He goes his hack. We get Crockett Mihawk down early. He goes 6. We block. We want to stay healthy because he's going to be swinging in with a whole lot of 7 and 8Ks, 9K, 10Ks. So whatever early blocks we can get, especially for only 1 card, we always block early. We promo Buggy into the 7 cost. Let's see, what does he do? What's he end up doing? He does play another one of them. We bounce it, bottom deck. And that's the beauty of Buggy also, is that we can just bottom deck these. These don't go to the trash, they go to the bottom of the deck, so Dragon can't actually play it because it has to come from the trash. So he does play the Dragon, and I believe what does he play off of the trash? What did he play? What the what? Did he play a Garp off the trash? I think he played a Garp off the trash. I think that was his best card in his trash, a Garp. See what I mean? You can just bottom deck. You don't have to KO, so we don't have to worry about trashing or the Dragon bringing out the cards. Just another 10 cost Buggy. We bounce the one that is boosting and giving his leader a Dawn. We just swing into lead. He gives up the blocker. We do pitch for this. Let's see. He plays another one of these blocker Sabos. Doesn't really matter. We all Vita because we draw 3 trash 2. We're looking for another 10 drop. So we're not gonna need the pudding, and it's too late for the 2 cost Galdino. We do get another 10 cost, so we're obviously gonna play it. We want to keep the Slave Arrow, especially since it's a 4K. We can bounce back the Crockett Mihawk. We can block with this next turn, block, and then Slave Arrow, bring this back so we can bring out another blocker in replacement of it. I mean, we're just bottom decking everything. We got 3 12 drops. Dragon, I believe he plays the hack off of the Dragon. He doesn't have anything better to play because this is the only thing in his trash because he's blocking with it. And we do end up winning, swinging all 12, then 15 to win the game. So up against that, it's all right, but we usually do lose. So next game is up against a Zoro. Usually Zoro is our hardest matchup, but now not anymore. Now that Zoro replaced some 2Ks around for the 3 cost Mihawk and the 4 cost Zoro that stands up, and I believe on play stands up 2 Dawn. This matchup has gotten much easier. So for this matchup, you want to be finding your 7 cost promo Buggy and your 6 cost Mihawk, your blocker Mihawk, or if you can't get the blocker Mihawk, the 5 cost Kabaji that can't be KO'd. Early game, just searching, blocker, all Vita. We're trying to get some cards to play. We're trying to get some more of these. We're trying to find our what's it called? Our promo buggy. So we stage, putting those two at the bottom, drawing two. This is really good early game. Up against Zoro, we're not really going to be playing our 10 cost, so you can definitely use stage to bottom deck your buggy. You will be playing some 10 costs, but we're not going to be playing 4 of them or 3 of them, maybe 1 or 2. Let's see. He KOs the Alvita, but that's fine. With the Tashigi, he rests it, he swings into us, we take. We play Croc Mihawk into the 6K, because, like I said, 6K is easier to defend than a 5K. Let's see what he ends up doing. Puts 4 Dawn into his guy, Zoro, and he swings 9K. Guess he didn't have anything else better to play. He's got 3 Dawn up, 2 Dawn, swings another 9 to lead. He's just trying to rush me down before I'm able to build a board. I don't think in this case either he plays the 3 cost Mihawk into the 4 cost Zoro, that in the turn he stands himself up. But if he did, it'd be way better. And if he does play that early game, then don't worry about getting this. This, out of all the combo starters, your best one is the 7 cost Croc that can play out a 5 cost. Playing out either one of these 5 costs will be way better than playing this and an Alvita. So let's see. We go these 2. We swing at him. He takes. Look at that massive hand. He's still searching. I guess he doesn't have what he needs. He plays his Perona. You got a Koshiro. You got a blocker. He played the blocker. He put 4 Dawn onto his Zoro. He put 2 Dawn into Tashigi. He's swinging. We give 3K. So he still has the attack with Zoro, and he can still restand with the Zoro. So he swings 9. We do block because we want to keep 4 characters on board. 9 at us, we get lucky, we get a trigger, and we do get the 10 drop. So we can bounce this, and we're looking pretty good because we have peel off. And let's see if we do the play that I was talking about. Get rid of the brick, play the 10 cost, 5 cost, and look, 5 Dawn, we can peel off, and we have enough Dawn to use for the 2 cost, 4K, and draw a card. Comes in super clutch. I hope we don't put any Dawn to anyone. 7K at lead. He doesn't have any attackers. He's going to need a restand event, but even at a restand event, we have 2 blockers. We have 4K. We have 4, 5, 6, 7,000 in counter power. So we swing with our blocker because we're not going to be blocking up against the Zoro. If we do block up against Zoro, he can just restand. He gives us 3K. He plays his Hiyori, and then we pass. He plays his Hiyori. He searches with the Hiyori. And then at this point, it's best to get rid of this buggy now. But I don't think we are, because we always need 4 characters on board. And we're going to be giving up the blocker anyways. So let's see. He finds a Kushiro. He has 3 blockers on board. It's going to take 6 hits for him to die. Puts 5 Dawn, and he, what's he swing at? First, he has to swing at one of my people, right? I don't think he does swing at one of my people, which is interesting. We love beam. We're blocking out of that. We do have a full board. I think it was best that he didn't swing into my characters, because now we have to trash a character if we do want to get another 10 cost on board. But the character that we would trash is this promo buggy. 12 to lead, he takes. We go. He gives that up. I don't know how we minus 2K. Or no, we went 9K. He blocks out of that. He's got all these blockers up. I don't know why I'm going 11K to lead. What am I doing? I should play stage and then mill these 2, but I don't know. I guess I thought that was a better play. He takes, we get rid of the promo buggy because we're not going to be using him. to play the Galdino. Now he can't rest it, not unless he wants us to draw 2. Just draw 2 free cards, even if he Demon 9 Ashras us. He's going to take 4 Dawn, then 4 Dawn, and then 3 Dawn onto his leader. That will only lead him. Yeah, then that will only lead him for enough for 1 restand event. So we have 2 blockers. We can still win even if he has Demon 9 Ashra restand event. So what's he do here? He Tashigi's rests my blocker, my Mihawk, and I think he swings into it. No, he swings into lead. Why is it this guy swinging into my characters? This is concerning. I don't know. Did he? I guess not. I guess this guy's, oh, he just tried going for game. Oh, well, we have 2 blockers, so it doesn't even matter. We can give up a blocker. He can restand. He can swing again. Well, we can just give him another blocker. We counter out of it, though. I don't know why we counter out of that. What am I doing? What is he doing? What am I doing? We have a blocker. We block out of that. I think because we want more bodies to swing with. But if that was the case, then it would have been better just to... Or no, we had to do that. We got a 12K, 7K, 7K, 5K, and then if it really comes down to it, we could swing with this, just have another swing to get rid of a blocker. So we go 12. He's obviously gonna give up a blocker. We stage. Oh, and we do end up drawing into another 10 cost. So 5 Dawn to get rid of another blocker. We're always gonna do that, especially since we need a win right now. We get rid of another blocker, and then we have 3 swings. We only need 1 of them to go through, and he can take 2. Or no, he can only take 1. He can only block out of 1. We put 4 Dawn here. I don't know what I'm doing. We put 4 Dawn there. 7K. Is this even my game? Yes, this is my game. What am I doing? I guess I thought that was a good play. That was some retarded play. Don't ever do no shit like that. But he didn't have the counter anyways, so we win. Next game. So I forgot to mention this, but we're also really good up against UP Luffy. You're probably not going to be facing any UP Luffys until that new promo McDonald card comes out, the 8 cost Roger, but just in case, we're good up against UP Luffy. And that last Roger game, I was playing, all my Roger games, I was playing whenever that promo card was released. Right now, they're using the red cost Newgate, but once that promo Roger does come out, the matchup does not change. We're still super favored. Early game, we're searching. We got to get them 10 costs, but I think we get a 2 cost, or the 2K. Then we swing 7 at lead. You want to be swinging 6s at UP, but he does take. I guess his hand was that bad. Kronk and Mihawk, UP does have a little bit of removal, like Red Rock. If we, here we go. He's ramping. He does play curve pretty well here. Curve, he is able to ramp pretty well here. He got this. He got the ramp thingy. And I do believe he went first. Wait, how much down do I have? 1, 3, 5. No, he went second. If you're going up against a UP, I heard that UP wants to go first. I don't know if that's true or not. I always go first up against UPs. But I think right now, I think I'm going to be going second because going second is just so much better for me. So he does bond play. So we're definitely going to be wanting to play this 7 cost. We get another one from Trash. That other 7 cost is what we're going to be using to pitch for lead effect. But we don't have... Oh, I shouldn't have pitch stage. I don't know what I'm thinking, but we don't have a Mihawk. I'm stupid. But it's all right because it's much better to play the 7 cost promo Buggy and to deny 2 of his characters from ever swinging and playing something like a Alvita off of it than to not play it. 7 to lead, and I do believe We swing 7 of elite and we pass. He goes Sanji into the rush Rayleigh. He isn't able to use the on play, which lets him rest because he doesn't have any given Dawn, and he left his Dawn open for an effect. So he just used that as just a normal rush. He did play off of the 9 cost Sanji. So right now we're able to a Galdino. We're gonna want a Galdino now because we're not gonna have any board space later. Ooh, my legs are hurting. We Galdino looking for some more 10 cost. We do get another 10 cost. Thank the Lord. We do trash. We trash the Daz Bones because if there's any card that you're gonna be trashing, it's that garbage Daz Bones. We bounce the 9 cost. Just because. And we do swing with the Croc and Mihawk. We swing with the Croc and Mihawk as bait. We want him to swing into the 7K because we have these 2 Dawn open. We can love mellow, and then we can turn this into 11K. It's much easier to defend out of a 7K than it is a 6K. And if he does go all out and swings everything, we just give it up because we only want 4 characters on board. We block 1K. So if he swings into this, we give it. If he swings into this, we love beam. We do love beam. And let's see what happens. He plays his rush Luffy and he swings into the Croc and Mihawk. But it doesn't even matter because we wanted him to do that. We bounced this Luffy because I think he had less power. I think that Luffy had 10K. Easier to swing into this. We go 15. Look at all the cards. Even if he Gum Giants, he's still going to need to give us a 2K. Oh no, a 2K and a 1K. So he gives us a Uso Hachi and he gives us the Nami. If you do see him giving cards up like Uso Hachi for 2Ks, know that he has little 2Ks in his hand because Uso Hachi is one of the best 2Ks that he has, and that's one of the last 2Ks that he's gonna be wanting to be given up. He's gonna be wanting to give up. I believe this is a 2K. He's gonna be wanting to give up those cards. So we're looking pretty good right now. If he swings into Alvida, we will let that go because we want 4 characters on board. Okay, right now, if he did have something like a Red Rock, Gum Red Rock, and he bounced this, we would have lost. Giving up that Croc and Mihawk was stupid because if he would have bounced this, then that would have let his Bonflay and his Zorojuro to be able to attack, and he only needed, and he would have been able to swing 12K. We would have had to take, and then he had whatever left over Dawn, just put all into this and swing. But we do have 6K, so who knows if we would have lost, if we would have actually lost, but there's some thought. We draw, don't get it, but because we're at 10 Dawn, we can peel off. We do peel off, right? Because we need to try to get rid of this. Or do we go for game? Okay, we just swing 12K at lead, see what he does. He gives him a blocker. We peel off. We have love beam. We don't we have enough to play a blocker, and we have enough to play to have for the level of beam. We have 2, 4, 5, 6, 10K in counter power with 2 blockers. I don't think we ever lose here, but just in case, we do swing into the Rayleigh. So even if he has a rush, we still win. He does play a rush actually, and he when we give up the blocker because we want 4 characters on board. Search. We're looking for the 10 drop. Or no, we don't. We don't even need the 10 drop. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe we do actually, because these 2 could be 2 Gum Giants, and you know how UP is. He can just Gum Giant to the moon, and we don't have any way, or we don't have any way of resting his Dawn. So since we couldn't find it, and we do have another blocker, I think we play it safe and we play the blocker. Yeah, because we have 2 blockers. We can get rid of one of his attackers. He's going to have that 0 power Otama, and he's going to have his lead to swing with. He does end up countering. He counters out of it using his Dawn. So even here, we don't lose. We level up beam, 4K, draw card, 9K, swings. No, I believe he played it. Yeah, he played that. We did kill it. He played another one. He gave the Dawn so that he could use the effect. And here I do think we're looking for another 10 drop, but we can't get it. So wait, what the freak? Did I just go back in time? He would need 4K. So even if he Gum Giants here, he's still gonna need to give us a 1K. That's why we're swinging 4K above. Because if he has 1 Dawn, then he probably has a Gum Giant. Yeah, he just gives up. He had this rush. Even with the rush, we don't lose. If he would have rushed us, then we would have probably gotten back one of our 10 costs, 4K, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10K, and blocker, and we have 2 blockers. So we wouldn't have lost, and we won up against the UP. So you guys see what I mean? I had an Emu game, but I lost it. You guys see what I mean? Y'all need to put some respect on my boy Buggy. Because Buggy, you can see Buggy holds his own and actually dominates up against some of these leaders. Some of these really good leaders. I see some people putting people like Lim up against higher, tier list, higher than Buggy. That is just so disrespectful for my boy Buggy. Emu is lose. You always lose Emu because all of his cards have anti-removal, which is busted, but there is this one Buggy promo card. It's only in Japanese. It's a 10 cost 12K. It's pretty much like the same 10 cost 12K that bounces a card back to the bottom of the deck, but instead of bouncing it to the bottom of the deck, he's a blocker. So it's good up against Emu because Emu, you can't bottom deck his 5 elders. But what you can do is you can 7 cost promo Buggy that denies him of 2 swings. So every single turn he has 7 swings. You deny him of 2 swings. You're off the promo Buggy. You're gonna play the 7 cost Mihawk, so that denies another swing. You're probably gonna have enough Dawn for a event card like Level of Mellow, so that denies another swing. That 12K blocker will deny another swing. So he's gonna have 2 swings every game or every turn, and then you can just keep stacking the 10 cost blockers, and you will just be able to counter. If I had enough time, I'd show an Emu game that I won, because believe it or not, you can out sustain an Emu, but the problem is that you always deck out first before the Emu does. But there was this one game where the Emu did deck out before me, but that was only because I was swinging into him. He was giving his entire hand for counter. He had 2 cards in hand, and he had 3 cards for his deck. I played pudding. He drew all 5 cards, and he lost because he decked out. So you could try to deck out. I think that's the only way Buggy can win up against Emu. I'm gonna need to play some more Emu games, but I think that's the only way Buggy can win up against Emu is if you deck them out, because you can play like 3 Mihawks. I had like 3 Mihawks, and I would just block 2K, block event, draw card, and you can out sustain an Emu. But the problem is that you deck out first. If he isn't playing, or if he pitches his Shirahoshis and I'm losing, after all these years, I'm losing my edge early game. Some other rogue decks like Bonnie, we do win up against Bonnie because Bonnie loves playing the 4 cost Kikanojo and Basil Hawkins. We deny both of those, so he won't be playing either of those off a trigger, and he won't be getting either of those on KO effects. Let's see who else. Who else is who is relevant? I did play in an OP13 event today, and I didn't win. I lost up against a Roger, but I only lost up against a Roger was because I drew the worst things ever. But I would have won up against a Roger if I didn't. Up in OP13, I went up against an 8 or no, a Sabo, a Roger, or no, I lost up against a Roger. A Bello Betty. Bello Betty is free insta win. Bello Betty and Rayleigh free insta wins. You promo Buggy, you can't do anything unless the belly button. The Bello Betty knows how to play up against it, and same with the Rayleigh. For Rayleigh, the 1-cost Buggy, you want to be swinging with your Galdino into that. But since Rayleigh isn't really, no one plays Rayleigh anymore, you won't have to worry about Rayleigh. So if any Bello Betties know how to play against Buggy, it is going to be a little bit harder because he's going to be playing a lot of his 1-cost Bello Betties and the 2-cost Koala, the 5-cost Sabo, the 4-cost Ivankov. Even though he can't play it, he's going to be playing blockers off of it. So it's going to be a little bit annoying, but just save 1 10-cost. That's all you're going to need, just 1 10 12K. And you'll always beat a Bello Betty. Let's see. Black Purple, I beat a Black Purple. Black Purple is beatable. Especially since Magellan won't do anything up against you. Let's see. Who else? Okay, so I did end up looking up all the meta OP13 leaders, and Buggy has a winning matchup up against like every single OP13 leader other than Emu and I guess Bonnie. Bonnie isn't really being played anymore, but up against Bonnie, you just don't swing and you should be fine, especially with that new 2-cost Galdino. She won't be able to rest it, and it's a free block. Up against Bonnie, play your promo Buggy. It's kind of like you kind of play it like how you would up against Zoro. You play the promo Buggy into the 5-cost unKOable Kabaji, or the promo Buggy into the blocker Mihawk. It will just be super hard for the what's it called? The Bonnie to swing. I did see some Bonnies giving up the 3-cost Tashigi, so that would make it easier. But if they are playing the Tashigi, that is going to just be so much more annoying. So you just have to bottom deck the Tashigi and hope that he doesn't play another one. But the only reason why Buggy isn't like meta, and I don't know why people don't see Buggy as at least an A-tier character, is because the emu matchup. But I'm telling you, if that 10-cost 12K blocker promo card ever comes to the US, which I don't know why Bandai does that the promo card exclusive to one region, but if that card ever does come out, then I'm telling you this right now, Buggy will be top tier, because Buggy is situational and you can play him for any and every situation. They want to play early and aggressive, well, you play your promo Buggy. They want to go late and huge bodies, well, you go the 10 drop Buggy. Do they have removal? Well, you just go the 10 drop 12K blocker Buggy, which will also improve our games up against Bonnie. The decks that we lose hard to are the aggressive decks that don't play 3-4 cost. So people like Calgara, which we won't ever have to worry about. Vegapunk, we don't have to worry about that either. The only like meta one, the one that you need to be worrying about is Lim. Lim does kick our butt because she can play a whole lot of 5 costs, which we won't be able to. We can't really keep up with the aggression. So up against the Lim, I'm not sure how to play it. I don't see a lot of Lims on the sim, but I'm gonna try to get some info, some intel. I'm gonna take my boy Buggy. Oh, that's not Buggy. I'm gonna take my boy Buggy out to some games, to the Treasure Cup on the day after Thanksgiving, and I'm gonna take him to some tournaments. If I do win, I'm gonna make another video. And for like the 10 buggies that watch to the end, the 10 buggy players that watch to the end, this is probably gonna be like 50 minutes. I have no idea how I'm gonna upload this. I have the slowest internet in the world. But once I do get this video uploaded, it's probably gonna take like 2 days of just straight uploading. Whenever I do get this uploaded, thank you, you 10 buggy players that are watching and the 2 people who wanna learn buggy. Trust me, playing and picking up buggy is going to be the best decision of your life. Buggy is so cheap and he's been good these past several metas. The only time that buggy was bad was OP12, the set before this. And he at that point he still wasn't really bad because I was still winning tournaments with the buggy. So buggy is not bad. He does take a little bit of skill, but as soon as you learn like what to play, how to play up against who, you will be dominating with your buggy. And just hope that you don't face any emus. No emus. No emus. Like the animal. Emus. No umungus. So yes. Thank you for watching. If I have anything else to add, I'll add it at the end. But right now, I'm done. I need to drink some water. I'm losing my voice after talking for so long. So thank you for watching, buggy players. Best of luck. If you have any decks or if you have any recommendations on what I should change, please tell me so I can try it out on the sim. Got any tips up against an emu? Please tell me so I can try it. If you have any tips up against Lim or like Calgara or characters like that or Shirahoshi, please tell me. I will listen. And yeah. Oh yeah, and green purple, we do have a favorable matchup up against green purple. Green purple, no, blue purple. No, the one that plays Sanjun Pudding. You play promo buggy early if they play if they're playing stuff like the Zoro early. The 4-cost Zoro, and if not, you play the 8-cost into the 4-cost, or Krokok into any 4-cost, and you just bottom deck the Sanji puddings. All right, so bye-bye. Good luck with all your games, my fellow buggy players. Godspeed to you all.